Hello dear students, welcome back in this video lecture series. Dear students, we are discussing the oxyacids of sulfur and oxyanions of sulfur. In last lecture, we have studied the table which includes the oxidation number, formula, structure and some properties related to the oxyacids of sulfur. Okay. Due to the wide range of oxidation state or oxidation number shown by the sulfur atom, it can form many oxyacids of sulfur. So, these oxyacids of sulfur consisting mainly sulfur, oxygen and hydrogen atom. Okay. And their structures, their properties and their some reactions, okay, that have to study by us in today's lecture. So, in the board shows some formulae. Today we will study how to remember these formulae, okay, and how to remember these structures, because these structures and formulae are somewhat giving ambiguity to remember. Okay. So, we will check and we will study how to remember the structures and names as well as the formulae of these oxyacids of sulfur along with some properties. Okay. Now, the first very well known example of this oxyacid of sulfur, it is sulfuric acid. Okay. So, the sulfuric acid itself, we know that it is a king of chemicals. Okay. First one is sulfuric acid. So, here I have to tell something about the spelling of this sulfurous and sulfuric, okay, that both PHU and FU in the spelling itself, both SUL PHU and SUL FU RIC or RUS, both sulfu PH and F are accepted worldwide by the IUPAC itself. Okay. So, there is no any question which is correct, PHU or FU, both are correct. Okay. So, sulfuric acid is there. Okay. So, the formula is, we know that the formula of sulfuric acid is H2SO4, okay, and its structure is sulfur is hexavalent having +6 oxidation state, okay, and all the oxygen atoms are arranged around the central sulfur atom in a regular tetrahedron manner. Okay. So, central sulfur atom, doubly bonded oxygen, okay, 2 doubly bonded oxygen atoms are there, and 2 singly bonded oxygen atoms are there, and to which the hydrogen atoms are attached. Okay. All are sigma bonds, all are covalent bonds. Okay. Single are sigma and double are sigma and pi bonds. Okay. H2SO4. So, this is the structure of H2SO4. So, what is this sulfuric acid? What is the nature? It is a dense viscous liquid. We know that we are using in laboratory. It is a dense viscous liquid. The viscosity of the sulfuric acid is greater than as compared to other acids. Okay. Then we know that when we try to dissolve that sulfuric acid in water, or when we add water in the sulfuric acid, tremendous exotherm can be observed or can be felt, okay, and hence because of the great amount of exotherm, great amount of energy is evolved. So, as it is exothermic reaction. So, when sulfuric acid liquid, when it reacts with water, okay, this is also liquid, both are liquid in nature, but when this sulfuric acid, both these compounds are liquid in state, but when that it dissolves in water, it gives out more amount of energy in the form of heat, okay, and we are getting H2SO4 aqueous. H2SO4 aqueous means this sulfuric acid is getting dissolved in the water itself, okay. So, sulfuric acid and delta E or delta H of this reaction, standard delta H of this reaction is minus 880 kilojoule per mole, minus 880 kilojoule per mole, okay. So, minus sign indicates that this is a exothermic reaction, okay, and this much amount of very high amount of energy is released in the form of heat, okay. So, that is why when we have a beaker or a conical flask in containing concentrated sulfuric acid mostly, and when we are adding water in that, it gives a tremendous amount of heat energy is evolved. So, that is why precaution must be taken while dissolving the sulfuric acid in water, okay, and hence we feel a very hot surface of that glassware, whether it is beaker or conical flask or volumetric flask maybe, etc. Okay. So, it should be avoided to add water directly into the sulfuric acid. So, what is the general routine practice? Routine practice is that we are slowly adding sulfuric acid into water, okay, but the reverse is not done, okay. We never add water directly into the sulfuric acid, but we are adding sulfuric acid into water very slowly with constant stirring, and the flask must be taken in an ice bath or in cold atmosphere, okay. So, this is the general reaction of this water and the sulfuric acid, okay. This sulfuric acid undergoes autoprotolysis, okay. So, when two molecules of sulfuric acid H2SO4, it undergoes dissociation like reaction, but that reaction is called as autoprotolysis because we are getting H3 H3SO4 plus H3SO4 plus HSO4 minus H3SO4 plus HSO4 minus. So, total number of hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen atoms are same on both of these side, but this sulfuric acid is getting disproportionate, we can say, into this cation and this anion, okay, and this reaction is called as autoprotolysis. So, this autoprotolysis is important because it is giving bisulfate ion, okay, it is giving hydrogen sulfate anion or it is bisulfate anion, okay. This anion is important in many of chemical reactions, okay. So, this is the autoprotolysis products of this sulfuric acid, okay. We know that when this sulfuric acid is treated with nitric acid, both are concentrated, nitric acid and sulfuric acid, when they are treated in a proper combination, in a proper reaction, then they are giving a nitronium ion, that is NO2 plus, and this nitronium ion is very important electrophile in the nitration reaction of different aromatic compounds, okay. So, how this nitronium ion, that is NO2 plus, is forming? Nitronium ion, how it is produced? When nitric acid, that is HNO3 concentrated plus 2 moles of sulfuric acid, it is also concentrated, okay, and when they are reacting, okay, it is also giving exotherm and it is forming NO2 plus, that is nitronium ion, plus H3O plus, that is hydronium ion, and twice HSO4 minus, twice HSO4 minus, that is hydrogen sulfate anion or bisulfate anion. Okay. So, this is nitronium ion, this is hydronium ion, and this is hydrogen sulfate anion. Okay. So, this reaction is also indicating that this sulfuric acid is undergoing autoprotolysis reaction, then and then these HSO4 minus ions can be formed. Okay. But what is the importance of this reaction? We are getting this nitronium ion NO2 plus, and this is the which is acting as an electrophile, which is a active electrophile in the nitration reaction of different aromatic compounds. Okay. So, when this benzene, for example, aromatic compound, when it is treated with nitronium ion, which is prepared in situ by this reaction, okay, and we are getting nitrobenzene as the product, nitrobenzene as a product. So, that is why this is nothing but nitration of benzene or nitration of different aromatic compounds. Okay. Then this sulfuric acid, when single molecule of this sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, it undergoes dissociation, it is dissociated into H2O and SO3, H2O and H2O. So, only 3 oxygen atoms are remain attached to the sulfur. So, SO3, sulfur trioxide and water gas, water molecule are produced, and these products, that is water and sulfur trioxide, when they combine with each other, when they combine these water and SO3 gas, when they combine with another molecule of sulfuric acid, okay, they gives rise to different types of products. For example, when this H2O reacts with H2SO4, that is another molecule of sulfuric acid, then it is giving H3 SO4 plus 1 5 H3SO4 minus plus H3O plus 2 plus 2, sorry, H3SO4 plus and sorry HSO4 minus HSO4 minus plus H3O plus. Okay. So, H3O plus, one proton is get donated by the sulfuric acid to this water. So, this is nothing but Lewis acid base reaction, okay, and this is giving hydrogen sulfide ion as well as this hydronium ion. Okay. When this SO3 gas, that is sulfur trioxide gas, when it is treated with the another molecule of sulfuric acid, we know that this reaction, and this is the formation of H2H2O7, okay, that is nothing but oleum. Okay. It is nothing but oleum or fuming sulfuric acid, oleum or fuming sulfuric acid. Okay. And this, so these are the different reactions that can be formed by the combination of this water and SO3 gas with second molecule of sulfuric acid. Okay. So, these sulfuric acids when it undergoing dissociation or when one of the hydrogen atom is get replaced, then it is giving two types of ions. Okay. The first ion is, so H2SO4 minus 1 hydrogen minus 1 H plus, okay, or we can also show this by the, as it is a dibasic acid. Okay. So, 2 protons are acidic in nature. So, that is why the basicity of this sulfuric acid is 2. Basicity of this sulfuric acid is 2, means it is able to donate 2 protons. So, when after first dissociation it is giving H plus and HSO4 minus, H plus and HSO4 minus. So, this HSO4 minus ion is called as hydrogen sulfide ion, hydrogen sulfide ion, or it is also called as bisulfide ion, bisulfide ion, sorry, hydrogen sulfate ion, hydrogen sulfate ion, hydrogen sulfate ion, or it is also called as bisulfate ion, ATE, bisulfate ion. Okay, hydrogen sulfate or bisulfate ion. Okay, and when this HSO4 minus ion, it undergoes another or second dissociation, it gives another H plus and SO4 2 minus ions, SO4 2 minus ions. These SO4 2 minus ions are called as sulfate ions. What is the name? Sulfate ions. Okay. So, it has only one name, that is sulfate ion. SO4 2 minus ions are called as sulfate ions, and HSO4 minus ions are called as hydrogen sulfate ion. It is carrying only one negative charge, it is carrying 2 negative charges. It is also called as bisulfate. Bi means there is a presence of one hydrogen atom in this anion. So, that is why it is called bisulfate ion. Okay. So, dear students, this is all about the sulfuric acid. Okay. So, I am not taking the manufacturing of this sulfuric acid by contact process, okay, because we have already studied up to BSc level how this sulfuric acid is produced at industrial level. Okay. We know that the sulfuric acid is produced in the industry by a contact process. What is the name of that process? It is a contact process. Now, what is that contact process? Actually, this contact process is consisting of 3 main steps, and the first step is in this contact process the elemental sulfur or iron sulfide, actually elemental sulfur or iron sulfide is treated with oxygen, is treated with oxygen. Okay. So, that is sulfur is oxidized to form SO2 gas. Sulfur is oxidized to form SO2 gas, that is sulfur dioxide. This is the first step, that is oxidation of sulfur or iron sulfide. Okay. It is also called as air oxidation. It is giving sulfur dioxide. This is the first step. And in the second step, what is done in the second step of contact process? This sulfur dioxide, which is formed in the first step, is again oxidized to sulfur trioxide gas, that is SO3 gas. Sulfur dioxide gas, SO2 gas prepared in the first step is further oxidized to SO3 gas, that is sulfur trioxide, and this is the very crucial step, very important step, and this step requires catalyst, and we know that V2O5, that is vanadium pentoxide, is the catalyst used in this contact process. And the third step in this contact process is the formation of sulfuric acid, that is SO3 gas. When it comes in contact with water, there is a formation of H2SO4, okay, that is sulfuric acid. Actually, there is no direct combination of sulfur trioxide and water in that contact process, but we are writing this reaction for our simplicity. Actually, this SO3 gas which is formed in this second step, it is purged in sulfuric acid actually, okay, and there is a formation of fuming H2SO4, that is H2S2O7, okay, and this is called as oleum or fuming sulfuric acid. So, this is the these are the three main steps which are occurred in the manufacturing of sulfuric acid by contact process at the industrial level. Okay. So, this is all about the sulfuric acid. Now, The second important acid is the sulfurous acid, and the formula is H2SO3. Okay, sulfurous acid, B R O U S, sulfurous acid, and the formula is H2SO3. Okay. Now we are trying to draw the structure of this sulfurous acid. So sulfur, double bond oxygen, and two oxygen atoms are remain, OH, and this is OH. Okay. So H2SO3, this is the structure of sulfurous acid. Okay. So sulfurous acid is having only 3 oxygen atoms, 1, 2, 3. Out of these 3, one is doubly bonded and other 2 are having hydroxy groups. Okay. So this is also a dibasic acid, sulfurous acid. Okay. Actually, this sulfurous acid is regarded as aqueous solution of SO2. Aqueous solution of SO2 means what? SO2 plus H2O. SO2 plus H2O, it is giving H2SO3. Okay. So that is why it is called as aqueous solution of sulfur dioxide gas. But this aqueous solution of H2SO3, that is sulfurous acid, decomposes very rapidly. So that is why it is unstable. But anhydrous form of this H2SO3 is quite stable as compared to its aqueous form. Okay. Then this sulfurous acid, it is also giving 2 types of series of salts. Okay. And these are sulfite salts and bisulfite salts. Okay. 2 types of salts, 2 types of salts. How these salts are formed? These salts are formed by the combination of anions which are given by this sulfurous acid and the metal cations. Okay. So when these different metal cations are combining with these anions are produced by the sulfurous acid. Okay. So 2 types of series can be observed. First one is when this H2SO3 is giving 1 H plus ions, it is producing HSO3 minus HSO3. So 1 plus 1 minus HSO3 minus ion, it is called hydrogen sulfite ion. Okay, hydrogen sulfite ion or bisulfite ion. It is called hydrogen sulfite ion or bisulfite ion. Okay. And when this HSO3 minus ion combining with different metal ions, for example lithium, sodium, potassium, calcium, etc., it is giving corresponding sulfides. Then second type of salts or anion which is formed by the loss of second proton which is present in this HSO3 minus, and it is giving H plus SO3 2 minus, and this name of this SO3 2 minus is sulfite ion. Okay. Sulfite ion, it has only one name, that is sulfite ion. Okay. So this is hydrogen sulfite ion SO3 minus. As there is the presence of hydrogen in this anion, it is called bisulfite ion. The meaning of bi in this inorganic chemistry is that it is having hydrogen. This is a trick to remember the name hydrogen sulfite ion. Okay. Now this is hydrogen sulfite and this is sulfite ion. Okay. Now compare the charges and structures of these sulfite and sulfate. Okay. So sulfite and sulfate. How to remember sulfite and sulfate? So what is the suffix here? The suffix here ITE, and here the suffix is ATE. So when we use ITE and when we use ATE, so when the number of oxygen atoms are less, number of oxygen atoms are less, then we use ITE suffix. Okay. So, that is why the HSO3 minus is called hydrogen sulfite ion, hydrogen sulfite ion. So, the suffix is ITE, and hydrogen sulfate ion is HSO4 minus. So, what is the difference in between hydrogen sulfite ITE and hydrogen sulfate ion, that is ATE? Only the difference of oxygen atoms. So, when number of oxygen atoms are less, 3 oxygen atoms, it is ITE. Both are having mono negative charges. Okay. And here SO4 minus, HSO4 minus, both are negative, singly negatively charged. The only difference is having 3 oxygen and 4 oxygen. So, when the number of oxygen atoms are more in number, then the suffix used is ATE. Okay. So, this is hydrogen sulfite, this is hydrogen sulfate. Now, SO3 minus, that is 2 minus, it is called sulfite ion, and SO4 2 minus is called sulfate ion, These are very interesting, and try to remember all these things. Okay. If you are getting this properly, then there will be no any problem for giving and identifying the ions and salts. Okay. So, what is the difference? 3 oxygen, 4 oxygen. So, less number of oxygen, ITE sulfite, and more number of oxygen atoms are there, sulfate, ATE. Okay. So, this is the tricks and idea about how to remember names and the formulae of these ions or salts formed by this sulfurous acid. Then the next one is third one is H2S2O5. It is called disulfurous acid. The structure C is called disulfurous acid. Okay. Disulfurous acid, and the formula is H2S2O5. Formula is H2S2O5. Now, how to remember this disulfurous acid? Di means 2. Okay. So, when two sulfurous acid they are combining, okay, but remove one water molecule from that structure, you will get this disulfurous acid. Okay. So, H2SO3 plus H2SO3 minus H2O, you will get H2S2O5. Okay. So, 2S2, sorry, 1S2, 2 plus 2, 4 hydrogen atoms are there. Okay. So, the combination of 2 sulfurous acid must be giving H4, but we are removing one H2O molecule. So, H4 minus H2, it is giving H2. Then sulfur atoms 1 plus 1, it is 2. Okay. Then oxygen atoms 6, 3 plus, sorry, here it is also 3. 3 plus 3, we must have 6 oxygen atoms in disulfurous acid, but we are removing one oxygen atom in the form of H2 molecule. So, that is why we are getting H2S2O5. So, this is the trick how to remember disulfurous acid. So, disulfurous acid, once you have a knowledge of sulfurous acid, that is H2SO3, then just remove a water molecule and add 2 molecules of sulfurous acid, you will get disulfurous acid. Okay. Now, we will see the structure of this disulfurous acid. Okay. So, the H2SO5, okay, sulfur, oxygen, one, two, three, four, H2 SO4. No, this is not the structure. S2S2O5, H2, एक दो 1 2 3 4 5 and this is 6, H2 S2 O5. So 1 2 3 only, 1 2 3 only. So this sulfur atom, oh, this is not the structure. So sulfur and sulfur linkage is there. So there is a linkage of sulfur another, and one sulfur is having only one hydroxy group and another sulfur is having now H2 S2 O5, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so this is the structure of disulfurous acid. Okay, H2 S2 O5, 1 2 3 4 and this one is 5, H2SO5, disulfurous acid. Okay, actually this disulfurous acid is not isolated, but it salts, that is S2O5 2 minus, S2O5 2 minus, that is these ions and their salts can be found and they are stable one. Okay, so this is about disulfurous acid. Then the next one is H2S2O3, H2S2O3. The name of this compound is peroxo no H2S2O3 D. It is called thiosulfuric acid. It is called thiosulfuric, yes, it is called thiosulfuric acid. The formula is H2S2O3, H2S2O3. How it is, why it is called thiosulfuric acid? First of all, we will write the structure of sulfuric acid. So H2SO4, 1 2 3 4, H2SO4, this is the structure of sulfuric acid. Now we are removing these oxygen atoms. Sorry, H2S2O3. Yes, we are removing this one oxygen atoms and it is replacing by another sulfur atom. Okay, now what is the structure? H2S2O3, 1 2 3. This is the structure of thiosulfuric acid. Means the structure of sulfuric acid and thiosulfuric acid having same arrangement, but replace one oxygen atoms by sulfur atom, you will get the thiosulfuric acid. Okay, H2S2 1 2 3, thiosulfuric acid. Okay, this is the structure of thiosulfuric acid, means replacing one oxygen atoms which is doubly bonded to sulfur by sulfur atom. Okay, this is called thiosulfuric acid. Okay, now this thiosulfuric acid it is giving thiosulfate ions, thiosulfate ions. By the loss of these two protons, okay, by the loss of these two protons, we are getting thiosulfate ions, and the formula is S2O3 2 minus, S2O3 2 minus, and these thiosulfate ions are acting as a reducing agent. They are acting as a reducing agent. So thiosulfate ions are moderately strong reducing agents, and the reaction will be like this: 1/2 of S4O6 2 minus, 1/2 of S4O6 2 minus, that is 1/2 into S4, it is S2, 1/2 into SO6, it is O3. It is nothing but 1/2 S2 S4O6, nothing but it is S2O3. Okay. When this reacts, okay, when it is accepting one electron, okay, so it is giving S2 sorry SO, it is nothing but S2O3 2 minus, okay, and it is giving SO3 S2O3 2 minus, S2O3 2 minus. Okay. So, this reaction, that is reaction of this thiosulfate ion is forming the basis of iodometry titration. Iodometry titration means we can use this salts of this thiosulfuric acid, that is the salts containing S2O3 2 minus, okay, it is also called as potassium sulphate K2S2O3 or sodium sulphate Na2S2O3. Sodium sulphate or potassium sulphate, these are the salts formed with this S2O3 2 minus ions, okay, and these thiosulfate ions are reacting with iodine. Okay. So, the reaction is 1/2 of I2 plus electron, 1 electron, okay, it is giving I minus, okay, it is giving I minus. So, what is done here? This iodine is existing in 0 oxidation state, it is accepting 1 electron, means it is undergoing reduction and it is forming -1 oxidation number of this iodine, that is it is undergoing reduction. Okay. So, when these thiosulfate ions, that is S2O3 2 minus, okay, S2O3 2 minus, okay, it reacts with iodine I2, it is forming S4O6 2 minus plus 2I minus, S4O6 2 minus plus 2I minus, and this reaction is forming the basis of iodometric titration in analytical chemistry. Means this reaction is important from the determination of iodine, liberated iodine in the reaction, okay, by using the thiosulfate ions. Okay. So, this is all about the thiosulfuric acid. Then the next one is H2SO5. H2SO5. So, what is this H2SO5? This H2SO5 is called peroxomonosulfuric acid. E is called peroxomonosulfuric acid. Peroxomonosulfuric acid, okay, the formula is H2SO5. So, what is the difference between this sulfuric acid and peroxomonosulfuric acid? So, sulfuric acid is H2SO4 and peroxomonosulfuric acid is H2SO5. So, what is the difference? How to remember these two structures? Peroxomono means there is a peroxy linkage. We know that what is peroxy linkage? When two oxygen atoms are singly bonded to each other, if this peroxy linkage is present, we call that as it is having a peroxy linkage, and the compound name is peroxomonosulfuric acid. Okay. So, this is a sulfuric acid, the structure is H double bond O OH, and this is OH. Now, only one oxygen atom is extra in this peroxomonosulfuric acid. So, draw this structure once again. Okay. This part is same and this part is also same, only one oxygen atom is extra and it is having peroxy linkage. Okay. So, we have to write OOH. Just add one oxygen atom between this sulfur and this hydroxy group, you will get H2SO5. This is peroxomonosulfuric acid. Okay. And the next one is peroxodisulfuric acid. Peroxodisulfuric acid. Peroxodisulfuric acid. Okay. So what is the formula? H2S2O8. Now compare the formula of H2SO4 and H2S2O8. So oxygen atoms are get double. Oxygen atoms are get double. So that's why it is called disulfuric acid. It is called disulfuric acid. But still, this disulfuric acid is having one peroxy linkage. It is having peroxy linkage. Okay. So no doubt it is a dimer of sulfuric acid, disulfuric acid. It is a dimer of sulfuric acid, but okay. So two sulfur atoms are there. SO4 unit is get doubled. SO4 is get doubled into H2O8. 1S, 2S, 4 oxygen, 8 oxygen atoms. It is get doubled. Okay. But hydrogen atoms remain same. Why? Because it is existing, this compound is existing in peroxy linkage. So what is the structure of this peroxy disulfuric acid? It is like this: sulfur atom, doubly bonded oxygen, okay, single bond, doubly bonded oxygen, another, here it is OH. So this is HSO4. Okay. Divide it into 2. So when we divide it into 2, it is giving HSO4 units. HSO4. So this is HSO4 unit. HSO4 units. Okay. Again draw the similar HSO4 unit from right hand side. So single sulfur, double bond oxygen, here hydroxy group, and 1, 2, 3 oxygen atoms. So one oxygen atom is remaining here. So draw here and join these two oxygen atoms, join these HSO4 2 units by a single bond between oxygen atoms. Okay. So this is, we know that this linkage is called as peroxy linkage, and this is the structure of peroxodisulfuric acid. Okay. In yesterday's lecture, when we see the tables, okay, we have directly taken the structure, formulae and oxidation number, but here we are studying how to remember these structures, how to draw these structures, what are the different ions and their salts. Okay. So this is the structure of peroxodisulfuric acid. Okay. The remaining two are called H2S2O4 and H2S2O6. Okay. The names of these two acids are called, this is called H2S2O6. This is called two sulfur atoms are there. So it is called dithionous acid. NOUS, dithionous acid. And this compound is called dithionic acid. Dithionic acid. Dithionous acid and dithionic acid. Why it is so? What is the difference here? The suffix is OUS and here the suffix is IC. Okay. We know that when the element is when any element is existing in its lower oxidation state or lower oxidation number, we use a suffix that is OUS, and when that element is existing in higher oxidation state, then we are using IC, suffix IC. Okay. So this is the difference between OUS and IC. Now what is the structure of this H2S2O4? Remember well, these are dithionous and dithionic acid. Okay. So how to remember? They are containing thio. Thio means sulfur. Thio is the another, it is a Greek name for sulfur atom. So it is containing two sulfur atoms, and both these compounds, both these acids are having sulfur bond. These compounds are having sulfur single bond. Okay. So first of all, draw a sulfur single bond. sulfur single bond, okay, S2. Then H2 is there. So, no doubt we now at this stage we are aware about how to present this H hydrogen atom in this acid. So, no doubt this is present in the form of hydroxy group, okay, attached to sulfur atom. So, attach hydroxy groups to the sulfur atom. So, both hydrogen are in this structure, both sulfur atoms are in this structure, okay, 2 sulfur and 2 hydrogen atoms are occupying, and also 2 oxygen atoms are also present in this structure, only 2 oxygen atoms are remain. So, add they are having doubly bonded oxygen atoms to the sulfur atom, okay. So, this is a symmetric structure. I have already told you that in yesterday's lecture. So, in this symmetric structure, so both the sulfur atoms are exist in the +3 oxidation state. So, they are exist in +3 oxidation state, okay. So, remember this. So, this is the structure of dithionous acid. It is containing sulfur single bond. Now, how to draw this dithionic acid? The suffix is IC, means the sulfur is existing in higher oxidation state, and here sulfur is having +6 and here the sulfur is having +3 oxidation state, okay. So, draw the similar structure here again, similar structure I am drawing. It is containing sulfur single bond, okay. Now, count the number of oxygen atoms. Here it is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, but it is 6. Hydrogen and sulfur, number of hydrogen and sulfur atoms are again same, okay. So, only 2 oxygen atoms are remain, okay, and the sulfur is existing in +6 oxidation state. So, what is which place is vacant here? So, sulfur having one more doubly bonded oxygen. Each sulfur atom is having one more doubly bonded oxygen atoms, okay. So, this is H2, S2, O6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is also symmetric structure, and both the sulfur atoms are existing in +6 oxidation states. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, not so sorry, not +6, it is +5. Sorry, it is +5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Sulfur atom, there is no any charge produced by the sulfur and the sulfur atom. Okay. So, the sulfur atoms are existing in +5 oxidation state.